Uh, hey guys, I hope that I'm live right now. If you are able to listen to me properly, as well as there's no issues with the audio or the video, please do let me know. If there is any issues with my audio or the video, please do let me know. No issues? Okay, great, amazing. So, how are you guys? Let me know that. Is everything all right? Okay, great. So I have opened up the live chat as well on the tablet, so we are ready to go. Okay, so let me know, guys. We'll be waiting for 5 more minutes so that everyone is able to join. Okay. Today's class we'll be discussing about we'll be completing our Express JS. Okay, we'll be looking at requests and responses, get and posts. So that is what we'll be dealing up with today. Once that has been completed, we'll also be starting off with a brief understanding about APIs. Okay, and its subsequent topics as well. Okay, so once that we have completed it, okay, today we will be moving further with MongoDB from tomorrow onwards. Okay, so whatever we are currently doing today, it will be a part of the project that we will be doing further on. Okay, day after tomorrow we'll be having our project, so please be ready for the same at that point of time. Okay, I'll just switch on the slow mode. I think so that has been switched off. Shubham Garg, like I've explained again and again, these boot camps are just a gateway into the technology. There's a lot that you have to study about it. Just learning backend web development on your own will take you at least 3 months to cover the entire backend up. These boot camps are meant to be a gateway, a window into the technology itself. Okay, getting you a taste. It's like going to Baskin Robbins and asking for a sample, okay, a taste of a particular ice cream itself before purchasing it. So these boot camps are made in such a way that you guys are able to get a good understanding about what are the different things that you have to learn in backend web development. What are the different things that you will be working in backend development? What are the projects that you will be working upon will look like at any point of time. So this is how these boot camps have been catered to you guys at the end of the day. That you are able to come to these boot camps, you don't have to spend a lot of money, and you are able to get an idea about, okay, so this is what happens in backend web development. Okay, this is the potential of backend web development. This is the potential of front end. This is the potential of data science. This is the potential of machine learning. This is the potential of deep learning, and so on and so forth. Okay. Shubham, just go to the description of the video itself. You will be able to find the link to the Discord channel. Okay. So will project will be starting from day after tomorrow. Yes, you will be having the project day after tomorrow itself. Okay. Please take a session on how to get free APIs. They are very hard to find. So as you are able to see, we will be looking at some of the free APIs that when we'll be starting off with APIs today. Okay. So I've shortlisted 2 free APIs that we'll be looking at. Secondly, as well, that moving further, when you are dealing with APIs, so we are currently in the process of partnering up with Postman. So there will be some representatives who will be coming from Postman and taking up some boot camps right over here at DevTown from the next month. I think so that will also be very beneficial for you guys. Okay. With certificates online or offline, Ramesh, now everybody has stopped giving up offline certificates. Even companies I have interned as well as worked with almost 4 different companies up till now as a software engineer, as a data analyst, as a data scientist. I've never received a hardbound copy of my certificates. Okay. So yes, we will also be giving you a online certificate itself that will be given to you on your registered email ID. Okay. Okay, great. So can we use C, C++ in backend web development? No, Ashish. You can use C# in backend development, but not C, C++. Muskan, see, the point is that many of the students coming in these boot camps are from various different countries as well. So due to that, we keep our entire boot camps in English itself. Okay. Monica, just go to our website, devtown.in. Okay, you can just go to our website, devtown.in, Monica. From there, go to events. You will be able to see the different boot camps that are currently scheduled for. There's one of the boot camps is scheduled for 23rd June, as you are able to see right over here. That is the front-end web development boot camp. You can register yourself from right over here itself. Okay. The timings and everything has been specified. When will it start? What will be the timings itself? And any of our previous boot camps, if you want to watch at any point of time, you can just go to that particular website. It will give you the details as well as the links for each of those boot camps as well. You don't have to worry about it. Okay. Okay, so let's start off with our today's class. Okay. Shall we start off with our today's class? Please let me know. Will the timings be same for the upcoming camp? So the timings will be in the evening itself. We won't be keeping the timings in the morning. Okay. So there will be 2 boot camps scheduled in the evening. Okay. So great. So let's start off with our today's class. Okay. Okay. Let's go back to our code sandbox itself. Then in that case, let me just open up YouTube. Okay, so we want to look at day 3, I guess. I provided to you the link on day 3. Let me just check that. Oh, this is day 3. I think so. The code sandbox link had been given to you on the day 3 itself. So let me just quickly rectify that. Okay, so this is the code sandbox link. Great. So we'll be working out of the same code sandbox link itself that we were using. So intro to Express, this was the server.js that we had created at that point of time, if you guys remember it correctly. Okay, do you guys remember this? Please let me know. Do you guys remember this? Please let me know, guys. The code sandbox link that had been provided to you. So again, my live chat just ended. Okay, great. So this is the same code sandbox that we have been using for the past 2 days. We'll again be using the same code sandbox today as well. Okay. So let's get started with the same. So if you remember it correctly, so can somebody let me know what should be the code that I should write to start this particular server.js, like to start this particular code itself, this particular server. Can somebody let me know? Can somebody let me know how to start this particular server.js? Okay, that's great. Like node server.js is the correct answer. But first of all, you have to check where you are currently. So we are in the code sandbox. If you are able to see from right over here, we are in the sandbox directory itself. We need to go to the correct directory. So we will have to go. Let me just increase the size a bit. And then we will have to go into the intro to Express. So cd intro to Express. Inside of that, we will write our node server.js. Okay, that will start the server on port 3000, as you are able to see. Let me just browse this down and open this up to a new website. As you're able to see that we are getting a particular thing on the website that is cannot get / okay, this is what we are getting on our website right now. So what is happening is when you are going to this particular website, you're sending a request. Okay, what happens is when you are typing www.google.com, okay, So basically you are going to that particular website, you're sending a request to the servers at Google itself that, okay, can you get me? Okay, can you get me? You're sending a request. You are sending a request that is saying that, can you get me the HTML and the CSS and the JavaScript files to load this particular website on my browser? Whenever you are typing www.google.com, you are sending a request, okay, that is, can you get me, request to the server at Google, that is, can you get me these three files, the HTML, the CSS and the JavaScript files, can you get me these three files? So that is the basic problem statement that you are having as of this particular point of time. So when you're writing this particular, you're sending this particular request, okay, that please get me these files, it will respond back, okay, it will send us a response containing the HTML, CSS, JavaScript files, okay. Let's try to understand this. Okay, you are sending a request whenever you're typing www.whatever.com, okay, you're sending a request to the server. You're sending a request to the server to get the HTML, CSS, JavaScript files. The server is present right over here. The server deems that, okay, your request, your get request is perfect. Okay, there's no problem with that. Then it will send you a response. Okay, it will send you a res response, that is whatever you want to showcase on your website. So that is the HTML, CSS and JavaScript files. Okay, are you guys able to understand up till here? Please let me know. Are you guys able to understand up till here? Please let me know, guys. Okay, great. So let's do one thing. Let's go back to our website right over here. And now when you are like running this particular, you are getting cannot get, okay, because your server is not able to handle that get request itself. It's your browser is sending a request that, okay, get me the HTML, CSS and JavaScript file, or get me something from your end, from the server's end. But your server currently, the code that you have written right over here is currently not able to process. This code is currently not able to process your get requests. Okay, it is not able to process your get request. Okay, so right now you need to create a piece of code into your server, into your application, that is able to handle get requests as well. So for that you use the command is app.get. Okay, that is what happens when you have a get request. So where is this get request coming at? Okay, so let's try to understand this. When you're sending a get request to www.google.com, okay, when you're sending a get request to www.google.com, that is the home page. Okay, that is called as root or the home page. Okay, this is often referred to as by a forward slash. Okay, this is often referred to as a forward slash. So it is www.google.com forward slash. You have other pages as well, where forward slash about, okay, forward slash contact us, forward slash let's say payments, okay, and so on and so forth. So there are various different pages that you can have, but the root page, that is when you go to www.google.com, that is represented as a forward slash itself, and that is called as the root of the website. That is the first page of the website itself. Are you guys able to understand this? Please let me know. Are you guys able to understand what do you mean by root of a website itself? Guys, please do let me know. Great. So that is the root of the website. That is the like the basic. So when you are going to www.google.com, okay, that is the root of the website. That is the home page. That is the main page. That is the main page, the lowest level of the website itself. That is called as the root of the website. You can have other pages as well. You can have an about page, a contact us page, a payments page. These are all different like after the forward slash, you can have all these different pages as well, but your main page, your landing page, is called as the root page, and that is referred to as by a forward slash. So when you are writing www.google.com, Okay, when you are writing www.google.com, okay, so that basically sends a GET request to our root of the website itself. Okay, it sends a GET request to the root or the home of the website itself. Are you able to understand this much? When you're writing www.google.com, it automatically puts a / at the end, and you're sending a GET request to the root of the website itself. Are you guys able to understand? Please let me know. Are you guys able to understand this? Please let me know, guys. Great. So right over here, we have to, so this GET request, okay, your server should be able to handle the GET request at the root of the website itself. So you're writing right over here the code app.get, okay, and then you want to handle, okay, where do you want to handle this particular GET request? You want to handle this particular GET request at the root of the website itself. So you want to handle this particular GET request at the root of the website itself, okay. Are guys able to understand up till here? Please let me know, guys. Okay, so when you are handling this particular GET request, you need to, so a request is basically coming to your server, okay? A request is coming to your server. So let's try to understand what this request would be. Every time you're getting this particular GET request, okay, every time you are getting this particular GET request, okay, what would be the request that you're going to get? So we need to check that first of all. So what we are going to do right now is we are going to again use a callback function that will contain the request and the response that we want to check, okay, and we will check the response. So let's just check console.log and let's check the request that we are going to get, okay. So what we are currently doing is I'm console.logging the request that we are going to get whenever we are getting a GET request, okay. Whenever we are getting a GET request, what is the request that we are actually getting from the browser itself to the server? That is what I'm currently logging out in the console. So let me just end the server right over here. Okay, I will have to reload the page, I guess. Okay, many people are not getting the concept of root. Okay, let's try to understand that once again, guys. You need to open your minds. This is common logic. We are not dealing with anything technological. I'm trying to make it in the common logic itself. Try to understand it in such a way that you are having your root. That is the main. Okay, so whenever you are having a file system, okay, so you are having your desktop, you are having a folder inside of it, then you are having another folder inside of it, and so on and so forth. So your root would be the desktop. Okay, desktop is on the top, then you are getting your folder 1, then you're getting your folder 2, and then you're having the file at the very end. So desktop will be considered as the root. Okay, root is basically you are having a tree. Okay, you are having a tree sort of structure itself. So what is the first node where the entire tree starts? Okay, that is basically called as root. Okay, that is called as the root itself. You are able to see right over here. Okay, so that is the root of the website itself. See, guys, everyone who is present right over here who understood root, and there are some people who have not understood root itself. Okay, so both of you guys are coming to this bootcamp for the first time. Both of you guys know this particular topic from the very scratch itself. Whatever I'm teaching, that is the only information that you have. So it's not that they are very smart and you are dumb. Okay, topics are being explained to you properly. Just be patient and listen to me properly as well. Okay, it's very easy to understand. Root is basically the topmost in the hierarchy of the entire web page. The topmost level is called as the root of the website. So when you are having google.com, you are having google.com, that will be the root of the website itself, represented by a /. Then you will be having various different websites under it. So you will be having / about, / payments, / about, let's say other websites as a contact us. Okay, so all these are basically your other pages. It originates from the home page. That is the root of the website itself. That is the root of the website itself. The origin page, when you are writing google.com, okay, that you are not putting anything else. You're not writing slash about slash payment slash contact us. So just writing google.com takes you to the home page of the website. That is the root of the website itself. If you are still not able to understand this, then dude, like, you need to have some sort of, like, your IQ is way below what is required in computer science. Okay, it's similar to a folder structure in our laptops and PCs. When you're having a folder structure, the root is the ultimate folder, the folder that contains your entire laptop's data itself. Okay, explain the codes again, Aditi. We have already done that yesterday itself. Okay, the codes, we have already explained it yesterday. Whatever I'm starting today, Aditi, should have come up to the class yesterday. I'm not going to re-explain the code. You will have to go back to yesterday's video and watch that again. Okay. Okay, great. Okay, so let's close this down. Let's open up a new terminal right over here. cd intro to Express server dot node server dot js. Okay, so as soon as I'm running this particular, as soon as I'm like reloading the page once again, okay, we are getting this in the console. So what I've done right over here is, we have already studied about callback functions yesterday. Okay, we have already studied about callback functions yesterday. Whenever a particular code is running, we want to check something in that particular code. Okay, whenever that code runs, we want to run another function along with it. So that is basically the use of callback functions. We have studied about it yesterday as well. So right over here, when I'm handling the app.get, so whenever we are getting a get request, a response should happen. So I haven't defined the response up till now, but whenever a get request happens, you're getting a request. The server is getting a request from the browser. So I want to check what that request is. I'm doing nothing else. I'm just creating a callback function and I'm logging the request in the console, so that we are able to see what this request contains. So every time that you will be visiting our website, the request will be logged out in the console. Okay, so this is the request, as you are able to see. Whatever is being printed, so you are able to see there's a lot of information right over here that has been logged out in the browser itself. So this is the request, and this is what many of the hackers use to get a lot of information about your like whenever you visit any website as well. A lot of information, as you're able to see, is being passed in this request itself. Okay, so base URL, origin URL, who is sending the request, your IP address and everything as well, you will be able to find from right over here. Okay, so that is the main point. This is the entire request that you are able to see right over here. Are you able to see this? Please let me know. Okay, I will tell you again. Okay, no issues in that. So what is happening right now is that you are having, okay, you are sending a get request. Okay, you are sending a get request to the server. Okay, so this is a request. Okay, so you are sending a get request to the server from your browser to the server. Okay, so but what does this request contains? We don't know that. What does this request contains? We don't know that. So what I'm currently doing is, whenever the server, okay, there you are creating a particular condition, app.get. Okay, whenever this particular get, you are getting a get request at the home page. Whenever you are getting a get request at the root of the website itself, you want to handle it. Okay, so right now, before handling it, I'm trying to check what this request actually contains. Okay, what this request actually contains. So we have learned about callback functions yesterday. So callback functions are nothing else that whenever this particular line of code gets executed, this callback function should also get executed. So we are writing a callback function right over here called as function, that basically has request and response inside of it, and we are just logging out the request coming from the browser. The get request that we are getting from the browser itself, we are trying to log it out. Okay, we are trying to log it out inside our terminal, so that we are able to see what this requests look like. Okay, although this is not important, this is just for your information that I have logged it out right over here. You're able to see it contains a lot of information. It contains a lot of information inside the request itself. Okay, but we are not concerned with the request. Okay, the request is something that is happening automatically. We need to send a response back to our website. Okay, we need to send a response whenever we are getting a request. We need to send a response back to our website. Okay, to do that, it's very easy. Instead of the console.log, okay, so whenever we are getting a request, we are getting a get request at the root of the website, we need to send some response. Okay, we need to send some response back from the server to the browser. So right over here, we are going to send res.send. okay, we want to send a response. Okay, and this response will say hello world. Just keeping it very simple, this response is basically saying hello world right over here. So whenever you are getting a get request on the root of the website itself, okay, whenever you are getting a get request on the root of the website itself, you want to send back a response. Okay, when you want to send back a response, okay. Okay, is there any specific reason for writing app.get before app.listen? So listen is basically your end of the entire thing. Okay, so for example, if whenever this listen will get executed just once. Okay, so that is why we get it at the very end, and the server is running continuously. So whenever you're getting a get response, it will execute first. You can put it after the listen as well, it would work, but this is the correct practice of how you should write. Okay, that's it, just to make sure that there are no errors at the end of the day. Okay, so you're writing this get request for the root of the website, and you want to send this response of hello world. So whenever you are getting this particular get request, you want to send this particular response back. Okay, so let us save this right over here. Let us end the server and restart the server once again. Okay, so we will restart the server once again. We'll go back to our server and reload the page. So as you're able to see, this time we are not getting cannot get, because our server has been made in such a way. Our server has been made in such a way that we are able to handle get request at the root of the website itself. What do I mean by root? This is basically blah 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 /. That is the root of the website itself. Okay, and this time instead of getting cannot get, we are handling it and sending a response back to the browser. Okay, we are sending a response back to our browser saying hello world, that you are able to put right over here. Are you guys able to understand up till here? Please let me know. Are you guys able to understand up till here? Please let me know. Guys, there are almost 1.5 thousand people right over here with us live. How many of you are able to understand this? Please let me know. Shukla, we have already talked about it yesterday. Please attend the classes. Use of ports and everything, we have already talked about it. Okay. Just be patient, Oza. We will be talking about how to send HTML files as well. Don't worry about it. Yeah, I have lost the sense of smell. See, we are covering a many number of technologies together. We are covering JavaScript, we are covering Node.js, we are covering Express, we are covering from APIs, we are covering MongoDB. So the entire backend together. Yes, it will get a bit complicated, but this is just the basics, guys. The utmost basics. It's like just giving you a taste of these technologies. Okay, these technologies go into a very vast in the background itself. It takes 3 months Okay, one and a half months at least, if you are getting a good instructor to cover the entire backend web development, like 2 hours every single day for 1.5 months, then you will be able to cover backend web development. So yes, it is a bit rushed out, but see, the aim of these boot camps is not to be able to like tell you everything about these technologies. This is just to get you a taste about this particular technology itself. Okay. Okay, so let's continue from right over here. Now, what if, so we have looked at how to handle for one of the pages, okay? Now, how to handle a GET request for the root page, okay? What if I want to create a contact me page as well? What if I want to create a contact me page as well? So what will happen is you will have to go inside the URL, you will put up a / and then go to contact, okay? CONTACT contact, okay? So as soon as I'm going to contact, again, you are getting cannot get / contact, okay? As you're able to see, this is not the root page, this is a contact me page itself, so I cannot get the contact me page. So for that, I will have to create another app.get. I would have to create another piece of code that will handle the GET request for the contact page itself. So app.get, okay? Then this time I want to go for / contact, okay? I want to go for / contact. Then again the function, inside the function I have the request and the response right over here, okay? And inside that I want to send response.send, and then the information that is contact me at +91, and this is the code that we'll have to write for another website that we want to create, okay? So if I'm running, I'm stopping my server right over here, rerunning my server, okay, going back to my website, okay, again I'm changing it to go to the home page again. So as you're able to see, this is the home page right over here, okay? This is the home page right over here. Now if we want to go to our contact page, I will have to just add it to the URL / contact, okay? And that will take me to the, okay, I've made a spelling mistake, so TACT, contact. Okay, so as you're able to see, when I'm going to / contact, we are getting the GET request, we are getting the response of the GET request that we have set up for the / contact, that is contact me at +91 and then 10 nines, okay? Yes, the string inside the request res.send can be a HTML code as well. We'll look at it. Please be patient. Again, you have seen the entire bootcamp. I try to take everything one step at a time. I will go with the basics. I will just increase the level a bit. Then I'll increase the level a bit. I'll just check on increasing. See, if you guys are not able to be on par with the current whatever I'm teaching, I will not start with the MongoDB, because that is a very advanced level of concept that you'll have to learn in just one class. So I will not even touch on MongoDB. I will just have a very simple project at the end of the day using these technologies itself. Because slowly and steadily, I'm trying to increase the level of what you're learning. I will just reach a particular brief point when I'm able to understand that you guys are not able to understand this. I will leave it at that particular point of time itself. Because I want to make sure that whatever I'm teaching to you guys, whatever you're learning, whatever project that you're doing, you're able to understand it at the end of the day. Okay? Okay, are you guys able to understand up till here? Please let me know, guys. So in this particular way, you can create as many websites as possible. Okay, in one website you can have like the home page, the contact me page, the about me page. You can even start creating your own website, your own demo website as well. So that is totally up to you. Okay. Okay, great. So now one of the things that you have seen up till now that I'm also struggling with is every time that I'm writing a code right over here, every time I'm writing my code right over here, I will have to then like save it, go back to my terminal, then like do Control C, stop my server, then again restart my server again and again, and this is a very big task for me. Okay, so again and again, this is a very big task for me. So for that, there is a Nodemon package. Okay, let me just show it to you. Okay, this is a Nodemon npm package that is there, that basically helps the that will every single time that you're saving, okay, every single time that you're saving your code, okay, it will reload the server for you. You don't have to like stop the server and again start the server. Okay, this particular package will reload the server for you directly, so you don't have to do it. Okay, so it's very easy to like install Nodemon. So it's basically npm install -g Nodemon that you are able to see from right over here. So we'll be using the Nodemon package itself. Are you guys able to understand this? Please let me know. Are you guys able to understand the use of Nodemon? Every single time I'm writing some code right over here, I have to stop my server and then restart my server at the end of the day. So like it takes a lot of time. Okay, it takes a lot of time from my behalf. Nodemon will do that for me. Every time I'm saving my code right over here, it will reload the server for me directly. Okay, so let us stop the server and install Nodemon right over here. Okay, so install -g Nodemon. That was the code that we have copied directly from the website itself. Okay, so it will install Nodemon for me. Okay, it is currently installing Nodemon for me, as you are able to see right over here. Okay, now whenever you were starting your server.js, you were using Node. Okay, you were writing node server.js. Okay, now that you are having Nodemon into your packages, now that you have installed Nodemon, you will be writing Nodemon server.js. Okay, Nodemon, okay, server.js. Okay, now that will run your server for you every time you are making some change right over here. For example, so contact, I want to again create an let's say about me page as well. Okay, so let us create an about me page right over here. So about about, and then let's have about me your Sinha right over here. And I see, just look at the terminal right now. As soon as I'm saving this, okay, I've changed some code right over here. Just look at the terminal on the right hand side. As soon as I'm saving this right over here, it restarted the server for me. As you're able to see, as soon as I'm saving this, any changes I'm making to my code, it will restart the server for me. Okay. Zahir Khan. So that is basically the final registration that we are having, so that we are able to keep the bootcamp for free at any point of time. So -g is basically a global installation. Okay, so it is not installing it just for that particular folder, but for your entire like device itself. So that is why it's -g, that is global. Okay, it's a tag for global installment, not for, it's not limited to that particular folder, but it's a global installment itself. Okay. Mukti, I'm not able to understand your question at all. Like your question does not make any sense. How to go to server and see it as a website? I'm not able to understand the question itself. Yeah, you have to use Control S for saving. That's right. You can just search for Nodemon npm. Okay, you will be able to find the code for installing it right over here. Okay, it's a npm module itself. We have already learned about packages and npm packages itself. So Nodemon, you can use it from right over here. Now you might face some issues installing Nodemon locally if you are doing it on your own device. Okay, but in that particular case, I will suggest you to shift back to code sandbox itself, because there might be some path errors that you are having in your laptop or your computer. Okay. Yeah, Akshay Soni, again, like I said, that is the process for final registration. Are you guys able to understand up till here? Please let me know. So this is just a package that we have installed. Okay, it's as simple as that. We don't have to debate over it. This is the Nodemon package. Okay, this is a npm package. We know about npm. We know about how to install npm packages. Just search for that on npm. Find that package. Go to that package. It has the installation code right over there. Copy that code. Paste it into your terminal. You have installed Nodemon. Now to use Nodemon, instead of writing node server.js to run your server.js file, you have to use Nodemon server.js. Okay, that will help you to run that with your server.js directly. Okay, so this is as simple as that. Okay, so let's move on from right over here. Okay, so this is also up and running. I don't think so there should be any problems right over here. Great. So now what we'll be doing is we will be working upon I'm so sorry. We'll be working about how can, instead of just sending some text or some piece of HTML code, how we can send entire HTML files using responses itself. Okay. How can we send an entire HTML file as a response itself? That is what we are going to work on right now. Are you guys able to understand that? Please let me know. Are you guys able to understand? Please let me know, guys. Great. So whatever I've taught up till now, see, I'm not handling questions that I've already answered, because some people are asking, do we have to install npm before using it? We have already learned about npm in the yesterday's video itself. So guys, you have to attend the sessions. Without that, you'll be missing on information, and we don't have enough time that we are able to handle questions that we have already taught previously as well. Okay. Okay. So the site does not load, saying 502 bad way gateway error. Okay, so basically that basically means that your server is not running right now. Just run your server. Okay. Let's get started right away. Now we'll be working upon sending an HTML file. To do that, first of all, we need to create that HTML file itself. So let's stop the server as of this particular moment. Let's open up the terminal. Okay. We will do a clear so that we are able to start from the basics itself. And first we need to create an HTML file. Okay, so as you're able to see, currently we have our node modules, our package log.json, package.json, and server.js right over here. We need to create our index.html file. Okay, so let's just create. So touch touch index.html. So that is what we are going to create right over here. So we have created our index.html file inside the folder, as you're able to see right over here. Now we need to put some HTML code inside of it. Okay, so we'll be putting HTML code, boiler code plate that we are having right over here. Demo. We don't require any scripts or any links right over here. So this is a demo HTML code that we are having. We don't need to understand the HTML code because that is not the part of this particular bootcamp. We are having a bootcamp in the future right now. The Hotstar bootcamp that we are having on 23rd, that is going to start. You can definitely join us right over there. They will be learning about HTML and CSS. Right now, this is a basic HTML page that we are having. Let's create an h1 element right over here. And let's have a calculator. Okay, so we'll be making a calculator, a simple calculator right now. So I've just created this HTML page. And now I need to ship this particular, instead of shipping the hello world, instead of sending just the hello world right over here, I want to send the entire HTML file. So how to do that? So let's go back to our Express documentation. Okay, let's go to Express.js and let's go to the documentation right over here. Let's go to hello world. And so we are having the hello world right over here. Let's go to API references. And we want to check the understanding about the response. Okay, we want to check the understanding about the response itself. So we have already used send. Okay, control F, and send. Okay, so we have already used rest.send, and there is something called as rest.send file. Okay, so we want to find rest.send file. Okay, so this is again another, so by send you are able to send some text or some one liners that you wanted to put on your website. Now send file will be used to send an entire file itself. Okay, it will be, you will be able to use like rest.send file to send an entire file, so just sending one line. So let's just copy it from right over here, and instead of using send, we'll be using a send file, and the file that we want to send right now is the index.html file. So /index.html. Now this might work locally. Okay, just writing rest.send file /index.html would work locally because you are basically working out of local laptop itself, so it is able to identify the files right over there. But right now we are using code sandbox that is basically continuously deploying your website as well. Okay, so yeah, in fact, like without even learning about deployment, this website, I can just send you this particular link. Okay, I can send you this particular link to the live chat, and you guys will be able to access this particular website from your laptop as well. Okay, so this is deploying it. So we don't know where this index.html is currently present. Okay, we don't know where this index.html is currently present right over here. So for that, you are having another piece of code. Okay, that you will be able to see from right over here as well. Okay, that is the __dir name, that is the directory name. Okay, __dir name, or the directory name itself. So let's copy it from right over here, paste it, and then add the index.html at the end. Now what is this particular directory name? Okay, so for example, right over here, if I'm going into my terminal, Control C, and then I'm just like clear, so you are able to see that it is sandbox. So this is the root. Okay, again, the first one is the root itself. Then you are in the sandbox. Then you are into intro to express. Okay, so the directory name of the entire, this particular path would be /sandbox /intro to express. And from that as well, you want to get the /index.html. So what you want at the end of the day is /sandbox /intro to express. Array guys, like, so everybody who's writing error, who is writing 502 error at this particular point of time, are you guys dumb? I'm using the terminal right now. I haven't made Nodemon, like I haven't started the server.js. How will you be able to access it? I need to start the server first of all. Again, so great, Obichu, at least somebody in the live chat is intelligent enough. Okay, guys, one thing I'm going to make it very clear for you guys. When you are into, if you plan to go into computer science at any point of time, it's more about IQ and less about the stuff that you know, because knowledge can be gained by anyone. But if you are a dumb piece of shit, then there's nothing, nobody in the world can help you out at the end of the day. Okay, so try to remember this. When you are learning, open your mind. Okay, don't close it, that I'm closing everything, I will not be able to see. Like, you don't be the Gandhiji ka teen bandar. Okay, for those who are not familiar, these are three monkeys who is not able to see, who is not able to hear, who is not able to speak anything. Okay, don't be like that. See everything, listen to everything, and if you think that, okay, this is what I've understood, then speak up as well. Okay, so again, like those who of you, so I really like that emotional damage, so open up your minds before typing anything. Great. I love taking these boot camps. I'm able to see the bright side of India and the dark side of India. Like in Hindi, basically we call that bhavishya khatre mein hai. Like that the future of this country is doomed at the end of the day. So I'm able to see both the sides of the boot camp, both the sides of the coin itself. Someday I will really, like, I want to take up a roast of the live chat someday. Like someday I really want to do that. But then people will really start calling me Mota Kariminati or Fat Kariminati. So that is the reason why I don't do it. But I really love the live chat, man. I like it's such an enjoyment of my life. Like if the entire day I'm working in the office, I'm working on various projects, I'm debugging different code, and then I come to this boot camp, I look at the live chat, I'm like, dude, this is what I live for. It's so funny. Okay. So let's get started right now. Okay. So your dir name, that is what we were talking about as of this particular moment. So dir name basically gives you the current path, because you don't know when you were pushing, when you know that you are having your index.html. Okay, you know that in the current folder, okay, right over here, the current folder where your server.js file is, okay, you have your index.html, you know that. Okay, you have this particular information right over here. Again, we don't have any super chats because people start paying it right over there, and I don't like that. Like, this is not something, this is not a place, this is a place to learn, this is not a place to just enjoy. Okay, the enjoyment is, yes, we want that, but like not like that. So that is why we don't have any super chats. Okay, so server.js is right over here in the index.html, but this is on the server. We don't know what is the exact path, what is the exact like home, then maybe shorter.sina, maybe then you are having your sandbox, then you are having intro to Express. We don't know the exact path where this exact index.html is. So that is the reason why we are using underscore dir name. This is a constant. Okay, underscore dir name is a constant that basically gives you the current directory which you are in, that is intro to Express. It will give you the current directories, it will give you the current directories path. Okay, it will give you the current directories path. RK Gaming, I've seen it many times. Okay, but please don't write can you teach tomorrow. You can leave the class if you don't want to study. Okay, great. So, and then we want to put up the file that we want to serve, that is your index.html. So let us save this right over here. Okay, now I am starting my server. Okay, so those guys who are like, sir, it is not starting, now I'm starting my server. Okay, Nodemon server.js. Server has started. I'm going back to my page, the home page itself. And as you're able to see, now we are, this particular website is our HTML page. Okay, this particular website is our HTML page that we are putting up right over here. Okay, so now you are ready to refresh. You can refresh the website, and please keep that in mind. You need to go to the home page, you need to go to the root of the website, don't go to the other pages. Okay, so we are able to see we have served up, we are serving a file right now, that is the HTML file. Okay, now are you guys able to understand this? Please let me know. Can't join any WhatsApp group for Hotstap Bootcamp. All 5 groups are full. Free Fire, don't worry about it. Okay, you will be added to a WhatsApp group at a later point of time. So what happens is, before the start of the bootcamp, whoever has registered for the bootcamp, we add them up once again to a WhatsApp group. So don't worry about it. I've recently, so 2 years back, I used to go to gym. I stopped going to gym. I've recently started going to gym, and now both my hands are paining so much, like you can't even believe it. So it's like I don't have any arms. I'm like the Thakur from Sholay or something like that. So it's like paining a lot. Okay, so now that you have understood the concept of the GET request, there is another type of request that is possible from these websites called as a post request. Okay, you're requesting some data from the website, as you are trying to send some data to the website, you're posting. So what do you mean by post? Can somebody let me know? Not from a technological standpoint. Okay, not from a technological standpoint. If I'm telling you to post this letter for me, what do you understand by post? Can somebody let me know? Yeah, one more thing. Okay, I will show you guys that as well. I'm very also. I don't want to speak something that. Give me a second. I will just show it to you guys directly. So somebody told me that 1.6 thousand students are live with us right over here. You won't believe. Like recently, I just went through the entire thing. So day 4 attendance. Okay. So you won't believe. Still 1.6 thousand students are here with us. 5.3 thousand students are still filling up the attendance form. I'm telling you guys right now itself, the students who are coming live, only those students are going to get the certificates. Because we have that kind of, like, I'm a programmer, I know who is coming to my boot camps, who is not coming to my boot camps. So the rest of the people are not going to get the certificates. Now they will be saying that, sir, I have 7 days of attendance and everything. I don't care about it. I care about the students who are coming to the boot camp, who is learning. These students won't be able to get these certificates, so you don't have to worry about it. Okay. Okay. So post. Okay. So give information again. No, 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 no. To deliver or to send or to put, again, great. To give something. Okay. To give something, that is called as to post. Okay. So now what if your website has a form? What if you want to send, this is your browser. Okay, this is your browser right over here. You want to send some request. Okay, you want to send some request. Along with that, you want to send some info as well. You want to send some data. You want to post. So this is called as posting data. You want to post. So you are having right over here, you're having 2 forms. Okay, you want to fill in some information right over here and send that data to the server. You want to send that data to the server. So this is called as a post. Okay, you're posting some data to the server itself. Okay, you are posting some mail, you're posting some information to the server, you're sending something to the server. Instead of getting something from the server, you're sending something to the server. So that is called as a post request. Okay, that is called as a post request. Okay, so let us look at that as well. Let us go back to our website. Okay, now we'll go back to our index.js. Sorry, I will go back to our index.html and we are going to write our page. Okay, we are going to create a form right now. So let's go to our index.js and try to create a form. Okay, so what we are going to do right over here is we are having the calculator. Now, don't worry about it. Only I will explain you the parts that you need to know. The parts that you don't need to know in HTML, we are not going to dive deep into HTML itself. Okay, so don't worry about it. Okay, so let's start off with right over here. Let's create a form. We need to create a post form. The action should be for the main page itself, that is the root of the website, and the method is post. Okay, then inside of that we are going to have input, and the type of the input should be text. Let's keep the name as n1 and the placeholder as first number. So let's have the placeholder as first number. You don't need to understand this particular code. Okay, this is basically, I'm just writing the I'm just creating hey, just a second, I'm just creating the input text. I'm just creating a I'm just creating a form right over here. Okay, and we are going to use that form to send some information back to the server. So HTML is not the part of this particular bootcamp, and we don't even have the time to cover that up. Okay, second number, and let's create a button as well. Submit. Okay, and the name of the button, let's keep it as name is equals to submit, and let's have cat. So this is the website that we have created right over here. We will need to go back to our website, reload the page. Okay, I just went to some other page itself. As you're able to see, we have created, okay, we have created the calculator right over here. Okay, you don't need to understand this. I just created, just try to understand. I've given you the HTML code. and this is the Google form that we have created. Okay, this is the Google form that we have created using HTML. You don't need to understand HTML right now. This is beyond the scope of this particular bootcamp. Okay, so right over here I have created, so this is the website, so this is the HTML index.html that we were sending out right over here. Okay, so and we are getting this particular Google form right over here. We are getting this particular form right over here where you can put up some particular numbers. So let's put up 1 and 2 right over here, and then we are going to click on add. Okay, as soon as you're clicking it, you're getting a particular response back from the, so that was a request. You sent a request. Okay, you sent a request. Now you're sending a post request to the website. Okay, you're sending a post request to the website. You entered some data. Okay, right over here, when you were on this particular website, you entered some data right over here, 1 and 2, and now you are clicking on add. So that is sending a post request to the server. It's trying to send the information 1 and 2. You're trying to send it to the server itself. The server does not know what to do with this particular post data. Are you guys able to understand this? It's the same as the get request. The get request was loading the page. Now once the page has been loaded, you want to put up some information and send it back to the server itself. Are you guys able to understand this? Please let me know. Are you guys able to understand this? You are right over here. Whenever you're loading the website, you're sending a get request to get the HTML page. Now you have the HTML page on your face itself. Now you are putting up some values 1, 2, and 3 right over here, and you want to add them. As soon as you're clicking on this particular add button, it is submitting the form. It is trying to send the information that you have filled up in the form back to the server. Now that is called as a post request. Okay, that is called as a post request right over here. But as you're able to see from your server.js file, you don't have any code that basically handles your post request for you. Let's just remove this particular code. As you're able to see, you don't have any code that handles the post request for you. Okay, so let's try to understand what is happening in the background. Okay, let's try to understand what is happening in the background itself. Let's reload the page. Okay, let's go to inspect element. Inside the inspect, I want you to choose. So we have looked at console, we have looked at sources. We want to choose network. Okay, we want to choose network from right over here. Okay, inside of network, just scroll down, just fill up your form. Okay, just fill up your form right over here. So 1 and 2. Okay, I'm filling up 1 and 2 right over here, and I'm sending add. Okay, you will be able to see that something is happening right over here in the network itself. Okay, as you're able to see somewhere down below, you're having something that is happening in the network itself. One of the files that you're able to see in the network, okay, one of the files that you're able to see in the network is this 404 file that is in red. Okay, are you able to see that? This 404 file that is in red right over here. So as you are clicking on this particular file, you're able to see that in the headers, and then you are having payload. Okay, in this particular file, you are going into the payload and you are able to see the form data. Okay, you are able to see this form data. N1 is equals to 1 and N2 is equals to 2. This is the value that you have filled up in the form itself. But it's showing you a 404 error. Okay, this is showing you a 404 error. What is a 404 error? Okay, let's try to understand this in a very good sense. Okay, so there are different kinds of HTTP responses that you get. Okay, these are statuses. Okay, HTTP status that you get at any point of time. So there is like 100 status. That is 1 star means like something 100. Okay, so that is called as hold on. We are currently loading the website or something like that. Then this is the 200 status. As you are able to see, these are all 200 status. So 200 status means that everything worked out properly, and here is what you needed at the end of the day. Then you're having the 300 errors. Okay, the 300 errors is like, this is not for you, go away from right over here. Okay, you are not authorized for the same. Then there are the 404 errors. Okay, that is the 400 errors. That basically means that you fucked up. Okay, you have gone to a wrong website. This website is not for you. This website does not exist. The user has fucked up at the end of the day. And then there is the 500 errors that you were getting at that point of time when the server wasn't working. That was the 502 error that you were getting. So that 500 error means that the developer fucked up somewhere. Okay, that is the server is currently not running. So how will you be able to access those websites? So that is the server's problem. Okay, so the 404 error means that the user has went to a wrong website. There's no post. The server cannot handle post itself, but it is still trying to post something, and the payload that it contains for the post is your n1 is 1, n2 is 2, and then you are having submit right over here. Okay, yeah, n1 is 1, n2 is 2, and you are having submit right over here. Are you guys able to understand this? Please let me know. Are you guys able to understand this? Please let me know. You can learn more about the same from HTTP status codes. Okay, just search for HTTP status codes and you will be able to see all the different status codes that are there. Okay, informational response, successful response, direct response, client error response, server error response. These are all the HTTP status codes that exist at any point of time. So you can definitely go right over there and you can definitely learn about it. I've just given you a small information. Okay, so just like that is more than sufficient for you as of this particular moment. Okay, great. So right now we need to handle this particular post request as well. So let's go back to our code and let's handle the post request. So app.post, okay, we want to handle the post request. This post request is again coming to our root itself. Okay, we are going to have a function right over here, request and response. Okay, and right over here what we are going to do is we are going to just log out the response itself. Okay, we are just going to just like have a simple res dot send. Okay, thank you for the submission. It is like a normal piece of text. Okay, normal piece of text right over here, app.post. Okay, then you want to post it to the root itself. Okay, and then you are having the function that basically sends thank you for your submission. Basically we are trying to handle, okay, we are trying to handle the post request right now. So let us save it right over here. Okay, the server has already reload our page right over here. Okay, again we are getting the calculator. We are entering our first number as 12, the second number as 13. We are clicking on add, that is sending a post request, as you're able to see. And again we are not getting any type of 404 error, as you're able to see in the network itself. We are not getting any 404 error. Instead of getting cannot post, okay, we are getting thank you for the submission. So we have handled the post request as of this particular moment. Okay, but right now as well we still aren't adding it up. Okay, the main job of a calculator is the two numbers that we are providing it to it. Okay, it needs to take that two numbers, it needs to send it to the server. So now it is sending it to the server, but we need to add it. Okay, we need to add it and send it back as well. Okay, we need to send it back as well. So we're getting thank you for your submission, I need to see the answer. Okay, that is the main point. Yeah, right over here. Okay, for that we need to get access. Okay, we need to get access to this particular document. Okay, we need to get access to this particular form data. This form data, as you're able to see in the network, we need that access. We need that access to that form data. So for that, we are going to use another npm library. Okay, we are going to use another npm library right over here. Let us just clear this out. Okay, we need another npm library called as body parser. Okay, we need that another npm library that is able to access this particular form data that we are getting from the post request. Okay, oh, now I'm very tired. Okay, so we are going to we are going to npm install, okay, body hyphen parser. You have to write it exactly like this. Okay, you have to write it exactly like this, npm install body hyphen parser. Okay, right over here. As soon as I'm pressing enter, it will install the body parser for us. Okay, it will install the body parser for us. Now that it has been installed, okay, we have installed body parser that we are going to use. So let's start using it. First of all, once we have installed any npm package itself, we need to utilize it. Okay, so const body parser is equals to require, then we need to require the body parser module that we have currently imported. So body -par is your parser. Okay, now that when you have imported the body parser itself, we need to use body parser. Okay, we need to use body parser. Okay, on the app, basically the app needs to use body parser to be able to get the information from this particular file. Okay, it needs to get the information from that particular file. So what it needs basically is app.use. I want to use. Okay, then we want to use the body parser right over here. Body parser dot one of the methods to be able to access that particular file. One of the methods to access that particular file is URL encoded encoded. Okay, URL encoded, and by default we want to put your extended is equals to true. Okay, so what we have done right over here is we have used the body parser that we have npm installed the body parser. We have made a constant for the same. We have told our app to use body parser.url encoded. So basically this particular file, that whenever we are submitting the post request, okay, we have already shown it to you guys. This particular file basically contains inside its payload the form data, and we want to use it. Okay, we want to use it right over here. To be able to use that, we are going to use the URL encoded method with extended is equals to true. Now this is by default, you have to write it even though we are not using it right now, but without that it won't work. Okay, so we are just using it as of this particular moment. Okay, are you guys able to understand? Please let me know. Once you have done this, okay, app.use body parser URL encoded. Now whatever is present in the payload, this form data that is present in the payload, because URL encoded basically helps us to access this particular file. Okay, this file that is currently right over here, it helps us to access that particular file itself. We want to access this particular file, get access to the payload, that is the form data. So that is why we are using your URL encoded from the body parser. Okay, now that we have done this, this will add, okay, body parser will add that particular content, okay, add that particular part, okay, the form data to our request. Okay, so let's try to see that. Okay, let's try to do one thing. Let's try to have console.log, okay, and we want to put the request, okay, req.body. Okay, so basically body parser basically adds a particular function called as body inside our request. Okay, so now whatever that data was, the post data was, that will now be saved inside the request.body. Okay, it will be saved inside of request.body. So let us try to understand this. Let us try to save this right over here. Go back here, clear. Let's have Nodemon server.js. Okay, getting a module not found. We need to reinstall Express. So let's reinstall Express. So npm install express Express. We'll install Express for us. Again, we'll run nodemon.server.js. Okay, so right over here we have rerun our server.js. Let's go back to our website, reload the page. Okay, we can close off our network from right over here. The first number that I'm going to end up right over here is 50. The second number that I want to end up right over here is 45. Okay, let us add both of them right over here. Okay, let's go back to our website. Okay, as you're able to see from right over here. Okay, so many people are using my website. Guys, stop using it. Every time that you will be clicking on submit, they will be having, so this will be getting saved in the request.body. Okay, every time that you will be using it in the server, I will be it will get saved inside our request.body. As you're able to see, I'm logging out the request.body inside our terminal. So you guys are also using this particular website right now. So every time that you are pressing enter, it is coming up on my terminal itself, that you are able to see right over here. So this is the use of body parser. The body parser.url encoded the entire files that is getting sent via the post request, and adding the payload of that particular file to our body inside of request itself. Okay, inside of request itself. Now what we need to do is we need to get access to this particular thing. Okay, so if I'm typing n1 dot right over here, okay, if I'm just saving n1 from right over here, now whatever you are typing, I will only get the first. I will only get the first response itself. Okay, I'll only get the first number. As you're able to see, I'm only able to get 1 and 2, okay, from right over here, 1 and 3 from right over here. Many people are currently again using it. Great. Are you guys able to understand up till here? Please let me know. Okay, so what we are going to do right now is, instead of doing this, let's just copy this. I don't want to write it again. Okay, Control X. Let's remove this. We'll create a variable var num1 is equals to request.body.in1. Okay, and then we are having var num2 is equals to request.body. I have the control V dot n2. Now what is this n1 and n2? So basically, when we were creating our index.html, we have named our input as n1 and n2 right over here. So okay, this is both n1. Okay, so this should be n2 right over here. So we have named it as n1 and n2 right over here. So we are taking up access of the n1 and n2 from right over there. Okay, now instead of having the submission, and let's have it as submissions plus num1 plus num2. Okay, we are doing it right over here. Okay, so let us create another variable result equals to num1 plus num2, and here we'll just put up the result itself. Okay, and we'll save it right over here. It will reload the entire thing. Okay, go back to our website, reload the page again. We have our demo. We are going to have 34 and for 12 right over here. We're going to our add, but right now something is happening. Instead of getting 34 plus 12, that should be your answer. Should be I don't know what should be the answer. 46. You should get the 46 as an answer, but we are appending it both together. Instead of adding it up, we are concatenating the numbers itself. Okay, because this numbers, when you are using text, that numbers is getting presented as a string. We have already learned about strings in JavaScript. Okay, so instead of getting the numbers as numbers, we're getting it as a string. And when you are having two strings and you're adding it up, you're having concatenation. So we need to convert this from a string to a number. Okay, so for doing that, you need to cover this entire thing into brackets and then write number in front of it. Okay, similarly for the next as well, to cover it into brackets and write number. So this will convert your string to a number. Okay, this will convert your string to a number right over here. So let us save this right over here. Okay, we have saved this right over here. Let's go back to our website, reload the page. Let's have 12 and 13 right over here. Let's add them up, and as you're able to see, we are easily able to get 25 right over here. Are you guys able to understand? Please let me know. Are you guys able to understand up till here? Please let me know, guys. Are you guys able to understand it up till here? Please let me know. The input, we need to convert the strings to numbers. So as you're able to see from right over here, I've just written number in front of it and I'm typecasting it from a string to a number. That's it. And then I'm adding it up, saving it into result and putting it up right over here. So we are able to create our very first normal project in backend web development. Are you guys able to understand this? Please let me know, guys. Great, amazing, guys, amazing. So now I'll show you the attendance link as well for today. Because you cannot convert a string to an that is like not a number string to an integer itself. That's why you're getting nan, because it's not defined at the end of the day. Okay, so this is the day 5 attendance, if I'm not wrong. Day 5 right over here. Responses are open, send file. Now from the future boot camps, the process of giving attendance will also change. That you will be able to see if you guys are coming. How many of you guys are coming for the next boot camp as well? It's going to start in 10 minutes. Okay. How many of you guys are coming to the next boot camp as well? Let me know. Okay. Which boot camp? So we are having a Python and machine learning boot camp that we are going to have day 5 June. Okay, we are having a Python and machine learning bootcamp that is going to start from 8:30. Okay, but in that particular bootcamp, the process of sending the attendance link and everything is going to change completely. Okay, the process will be changing completely, guys. Okay, it won't be as easy as what you are able to see right over here. We are going to make it a bit difficult. One more thing, guys, please do like the video again. Please do like the video, guys. I'm reminding you again before showing the attendance link. Please do like the video before going. It really helps us a lot. Okay, don't forget it. I know you guys are still live with me. Okay, there are 1.9 thousand people right now. Please do like the video. It really helps us a lot. Okay. I didn't fill up the form for the next bootcamp. Can I join? Patel, sure you can join, but I will suggest you guys to like register yourself for the bootcamp from the very next time. Okay, but sure, Patel, you can definitely join. There's no issues in that. Okay, so please do like the video, guys. Like I said, it really helps us a lot. Like I said, in the future, we are going to have a particular person from Postman who is going to come up and conduct one of the boot camps at DevTown. So all these basic things help you guys at the end of the day itself. So please do like the video. It really helps us a lot. Okay, and we'll move further according to that itself. Okay, great. So yeah, today we'll be having another boot camp from 8:30. Okay, so I don't have enough time. Okay, so yeah. So when you're using express.url encoded, you can do that as well, but sometimes it won't work with some of the versions of browsers that you are having. So different versions won't support the body parser. Sorry, so the express URL encoded. That is the reason why we are using body parser, because it basically handles all the different browsers for you. Okay. Okay. So so for those who want to join the next boot camp, I will just suggest you guys go to our website devtown.in. This is the website. This is the events page. These are the events that are happening as of this particular moment. You can register yourself from this particular website. Okay, you are able to see the next boot camps that is happening as of this particular moment. Somebody put such a bad image of me right over here. I look so fat. Okay, so you guys can definitely join any of the future boot camps from right over here, whichever boot camp that you like. Just fill the Google form for that, and you can definitely, the timings and the dates and all the information is provided right over here. Okay. Is bootcamp limited to India itself? No, bootcamps are open for all. We have people from Sri Lanka, we have people from US, we have people from UK, Spain, Africa. So yeah, we have a lot many number of people who are coming up right over here. Okay. So definitely, guys, do register yourself for the upcoming boot camps that are currently going on. One of them is going to start from today itself from 8:30, as you're able to see. And the other one is going to start from 23rd from 6:30. Do register yourself, okay? And the link for the same will be right over here on the YouTube itself. As you're able to see, just go to our YouTube channel. You will be able to see the today's link for the bootcamp. So we'll definitely join right over there. Those who are interested in the Campus Ambassador program, please do fill up the Campus Ambassador Google form. We will be reaching out to you on the 7th day of the bootcamp. Okay, we'll be having a separate Google Meet for the campus ambassadors. We'll be adding you to a WhatsApp group for the campus ambassadors. You will be getting an offer letter as well. So we'll be having an enough time as well for you guys to enjoy. Okay, thank you so much, guys, and we'll definitely meet tomorrow as well. Again, thank you so much, and yeah, thank you, guys. Thank you.